Hi, and welcome to Enchantment of Eternity's Awards for 2017. So, if 2017 solidified anything for me, it's that the Emmys are an absolute joke, based solely off of who petitions the hardest, who advertises the most, and gives the judges the most money, and judging by the Golden Globe nominees, that award show is just as bad. So, as an exercise, I thought I'd give out my own awards based off the same system used in these award shows: Best Actress, Best Cinematography, and whatnot. Now, this is all just my opinion rather than being decided by vote or consensus, so I know many may disagree with my choices just as much as the Emmys, but this is more of like my dream scenario. If I was running the Emmys, which awards would I give out? And it's a way for me to voice my opinion on shows I feel should be recognized more in certain areas. I've only seen about 25 shows this year, when there are tons more, so I know I will inevitably miss out on some of your favorite shows, but there are only a limited number of hours in the day. But if there's anything you feel I missed out on, feel free to recommend any show I should be watching, as I'm looking for new shows to watch as well. So this video is just going to be for drama-based TV shows. I won't really cover movies at all, and I only have one category for comedy shows, as I'm more of a drama guy. Unlike my top 10 TV show list, where I judge entire seasons and therefore have strict rules on what is and what is not eligible, for these awards I'll be looking at anything released in the calendar year of 2017, although a few exceptions will be made for material released in late December of 2016. And I will be judging release dates based off of the country I live in. So how it's going to work is I'll list off the nominees for each category in order of the lowest runner-up to the highest runner-up, and then announce the winner and give a brief explanation of why I believe it deserves to win. Also, I do apologize in advance if I pronounce anyone's name wrong. I will try my best. So let's go ahead and get started with the first award for the evening, and that is for Best Special Effects. And the nominees are Stranger Things: The Mind Flayer, The Expanse: Caliban's War, Star Trek Discovery: The Battle at Binary Stars, The Expanse: Home. And the winner is Game of Thrones: The Spoils of War. What can I say? This is probably really evident, and with the huge budget Game of Thrones has, it makes a lot of sense, but the special effects in the battle sequences with the dragons spitting fire was absolutely flawless, and it was simply amazing to see and elevated the whole episode. So, next award is Best Sound Design, where the nominees are Better Call Saul, Fall, The Leftovers: The Most Powerful Man in the World and His Identical Twin Brother, Game of Thrones: The Spoils of War, Mr. Robot: Runtime Era. And the winner is Black Sails 29. So this season premiere of Black Sails was absolutely amazing for sound design, and something a lot of people were talking about, as you have the battle sequences of the ship battles, and the sound design involved in that was flawless. But more than that, you got these underwater sequences with John Silver trapped underwater, where they changed the sound design where you could hear it from his perspective, and thus it really put you in his mindset more than anything else, which was extremely impressive. So next award is for Best Editing, where the nominees are Andrew Kautz, Star Trek Discovery: Magic to Make the Sanest Man Go Mad, Skip McDonald: Better Call Saul, Fall, Katie Weiland: Game of Thrones: The Spoils of War, David Eisenberg: The Leftovers: The Most Powerful Man in the World and His Identical Twin Brother. And the winner is Justin Cron: Mr. Robot: Kill Process. The editing is something that really stood out to me. This, I think, is one of the best examples of great editing that I've ever seen. And I know a lot of it does have to do with directing and script writing as well, but simply the way things were edited and fit together has discovered many different storylines at the same time, and each different storyline built off of the other in suspense perfectly, where you even forgot that you were switching from different storylines. So the editing and how each scene fit perfectly and flawlessly was something extremely impressive. So my next award is for Best Cinematography, where the nominees are David Luther and Gavin Struthers' Black Sails 38, Guillermo Navarro, Star Trek Discovery, The Vulcan Hello, Jeremy Bennings, The Expanse, Caliban's War, Robert McLaughlin, Game of Thrones, Spoils of War. And the winner is Tom Campbell, Mr. Robot, Runtime Error. Now, it's a single shot, basically, a single shot episode, although, it's not really a single shot. They use what is called magical cuts to make each cut look flawless, so it looks like a single shot, but whatever, it was extremely impressive. Now, somebody's saying, oh, that's just a gimmick, anyone can do a single shot and say, oh, it looks cool. Not true. The reason why these are so rare is because they're extremely hard to pull off, and not only that, is that the cinematography didn't seem intrusive. It didn't seem like, ooh, look at how fancy the cinematography is. It actually put you in the mindset of the character and helped enhance the story. In fact, this episode tells the story of two different characters. The first half follows Elliot, and the second half follows Angela. And in the first half, they used a steady cam, a sort of dolly sort of effect, whereas in the second half with Angela, they use handheld cameras, so you get the different feels for the different characters. And that was extremely impressive. And in both cases, the cinematography just enhances the episode and the story that's being told so much. Had to be recognized. So, next award is for Best Use of a Song. So these are for pre-existing songs that were used in a TV show this year. And the nominees are Going Back to Cali by LL Cool J, Narcos, Kam Vicha Ta Sneakak Nam by Pan Ron, Mr. Robot, Einstein on the Beach Ni One by Philip Glass, Mr. Robot, Wonderwall by Cat Power, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams. And the winner is 1,000 Times by Hamilton Luslicer and Rostam, 13 Reasons Why. So, the way this song was used in this episode was absolutely amazing, as this episode tells the story of a young man who's reminiscing about his time that he spent with a young woman who is now dead from suicide, and he's imagining a future where she didn't die and the two lived together happily ever after. And they used this song to illustrate like this happy, beautiful future, and it's so sad, it's so emotionally effective. It brought tears to my eye every time that I saw this scene, and the way the song was used absolutely enhanced the scene. So in my opinion, the best use of a song in a show in 2017. So next award is Best Original Score. And the nominees are Trevor Morris, Vikings, Matt Quayle, Mr. Robot, Ramin Djawadi, Game of Thrones, Max Riker, The Leftovers, and the winner is Clinton Shorter, The Expanse. Look, all these composers were freaking amazing, all the ones I named, so this was a really hard category to judge, and I could see a few people saying, oh, that person should have won, that person should have won. But in the end, I did have to give it to Clinton Shorter from The Expanse, because I think, like, the music in The Expanse, like, really brings up the level, the quality of the show, and makes it one of the best shows out there. If it wasn't for this music, the show would almost not be as good. The music just enhances everything so much, and that's the thing that sticks in my mind. It doesn't, it's not intrusive, but it does really enhance the viewing quality of the show, which is why I chose that as the winner of Best Original Score. So next award is Best Adapted Screenplay. So this is something I sort of made up. It's kind of more of an Oscar thing, but I decided to employ it here. Now, Best Adapted Screenplay, I will say, is a screenplay that's adapted off of, original, another works, be it a comic book or a novel or whatever. However, I've deliberately decided not to include shows that were originally based off of novels that have now surpassed their novels and pretty much for writing original material, such as Game of Thrones and The Leftovers. Those actually, I feel, fall in the original screenplay category. Best adapted screenplay is more for stuff that is adapted off of existing works of fiction, regardless of how loosely. So the nominees are Georgia Lee, The Expanse, Here There Be Dragons, Dario Scardipan, The Punisher, Home, Jessica Muckelberg, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, Human Is, Diana Sun, 13 Reasons Why, Tape 6, Side A. And the winner is Mark Fergus and Hawk Otsby, The Expanse, Home. The script writing in this episode was absolutely amazing, especially having read the source material. It's amazing how much they enhanced what was already a good story and managed to make it that much more powerful and that much more effective. It was extremely impressive. So, next award is Best Original Screenplay, and the nominees for this are Kyle Bradstreet, Mr. Robot Kill Process, Amanda Smith, Travelers, Bishop, Alan Page, Fear the Walking Dead, 100, Jonathan E. Steinberg and Robert Levin, Black Sails, 38. And the winner is Nick Hughes and Damon Lindelof, The Leftovers, the most powerful man in the world, and his identical twin brother. The script writing in this episode was simply amazing, as it tells a mind-bending, very highly metaphorical episode that has lots of ins and outs, lots of deeper meanings, stuff that I could spend hours on and exploring. So definitely a masterful screenplay. So, next award is Best Director. And the nominees are Craig Zobel, The Leftovers, the most powerful man in the world, and his identical twin brother. Minky Spiro, Better Call Saul, Fall. Matt Shackman, Game of Thrones, The Spoils of War. Sam Esmail, Mr. Robot, Undo. And the winner is David Grossman, The Expanse, Home. Yes, not only was this written well, it was directed extremely well. The way everything fit together, the way the special effects are added, the way the characters interact with the actors, the editing, everything came together. You can tell there was excellent directing in this episode. So, next category, we'll get to comedy with Best Comedy Show. And my nominees are The Good Place, Glow, BoJack Horseman, The Orville, and the winner is Rick and Morty. What can I say? This show continues to tell original and absolutely hilarious stories, sort of subverting all the different tropes and in fact making fun of them in new and inventive ways. Definitely the best comedy show of 2017. So, next we get into the acting category, and we'll start with the first category, Best Guest Actress. Now, this category is for an actress who appeared in one or two episodes, so not a recurring or main cast member, but more of a sort of guest character. So the nominees for this are Geraldine Chaplin, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, Impossible Planet, Diana Rigg, Game of Thrones, The Queen's Justice, Florence Favier, The Expanse, Home, Ann Dowd, The Leftovers, the most powerful man in the world, and his identical twin brother. And the winner is Essie Davis, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, Human Is. Essie Davis was absolutely amazing in this episode. I was completely blown away by her performance, the way that she took this character and you really got to identify her, and the chemistry she had with the other actors involved was mind-bending, making this definitely a memorable performance. So next we'll get into Best Guest Actor, so same rules but for actors this time, and the nominees are Brett Gelman, Stranger Things, Dig Dug, Steve Buscemi, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, Crazy Diamond, Jared Harris, The Expanse, The Seventh Man, David Bradley, Game of Thrones, Dragonstone. And the winner is Bryan Cranston, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, Human Is. Again, same episode. The chemistry that Bryan Cranston had with Essie Davis was absolutely amazing. Plus, Bryan Cranston got to play two different sides of the same character, and he did such an amazing, outstanding job that really sold this episode. Without his acting, it would not be the quality episode that it was. So we'll get into the next award, which is for Best Supporting Actress, which is for a supporting character who is either a recurring or main cast member. And the nominees are Grace Gummer, Mr. Robot, Jessica Henwick, Iron Fist, Maisie Williams, Game of Thrones, Frankie Adams, The Expanse. And the winner is Amy Brenneman, The Leftovers. Absolutely blown away by her performance, particularly the episode that focused on her. I remember saying, oh my god, I can't believe how good her acting is. She completely sold this character in a way that just boggles my mind. So, next category is Best Supporting Actor, and the nominees are Ruben Blades, Fear the Walking Dead, Patrick Gilmore, Travelers, Mateus Vieira, Narcos, Scott Glenn, The Leftovers, and the winner is Michael McKean, Better Call Saul. Criminally unappreciated, excellent performance. It absolutely blew me away. Michael McKean was always great as Jimmy McGill's older brother Chuck, but this year he absolutely knocked it out of the park, particularly with an episode called Chicanery, where he just nailed it. It was some of the best acting I've ever seen. So we'll get to the next category, which is Best Actress in a Leading Role. And the nominees are Tatiana Maslany, Orphan Black, Lena Headey, Game of Thrones, Catherine Langford, 13 Reasons Why, Shurey Aghdashloo, The Expanse, and the winner is Carrie Coon, The Leftovers. Another amazing performance in The Leftovers. Carrie Coon was absolutely nailed this character and all the emotional dynamics that comes in this very complex story where she's feeling very different things, and you can totally get inside her head and totally buy this character as a real person. Completely blown away by her performance. So, next category would be Best Actor in a Leading Role, and the nominees are John Bernthal, The Punisher, Travis Fimmel, Vikings, Justin Theroux, The Leftovers, Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul. And the winner is Rami Malek, Mr. Robot. Rami Malek did an absolutely amazing job this year, I think even better than previous years, as he was actually playing both sides of Elliot's persona sometimes, playing even the Mr. Robot persona, and did such an amazing job doing so, as you could tell the difference even without being told that this was a different character. And again, just plays this character who is like completely losing his mind so well that it seems completely genuine. So we'll get to the final award of the evening, which is Best Show. And the nominees are Black Sails, Better Call Saul, The Leftovers, Mr. Robot, and the winner is The Expanse. The Expanse, an absolutely amazing show this year where everything came together perfectly, that told really powerful and unforgettable stories. So that's it for Enchantment of Eternity's 2017 awards. Be sure to check out my channel this week as I continue my coverage looking back on 2017, and be sure to keep an eye on my channel in the coming year as I cover many of the shows that were included here, including Game of Thrones, Star Trek, The Expanse, and more. So be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with all of that. And thanks a lot for watching.